You said that today's a big day for you.
Yes. Yeah.
Tell us why.
Okay. So the Aokiverse launched.
Sick.
So what is the Aokiverse? It's my NFT community membership.
Sick.
And I think a lot of people might look at like a fan club kind of situation, because you have all these perks of like getting to come to my shows, and you understand how that works. Like the access that people can have to you. You've opened the door up, right? But it's far greater than that. It's access to all my network, you know, in the NFT, in the metaverse space, and in the IRL. So, you know, from NFT allow lists and free mints to, you know, we're dropping a free Clone X, you know, to the membership. We're actually dropping a few of them. I mean, it's a variety of things. Like it just opens it up.
The utility of the NFT, I think, is one of the coolest things about it. And as a fellow creator and a person who also has a thing coming up soon, it's really cool to see you kind of expanding what NFT is understood to be right now. You know, everyone thinks they're these fucking like little images,
the
cartoons
JPEGs,
or whatever, which is true. Yeah. But it's a sliver of what they're capable of.
Yeah.
And even just walking around your house, one of the things that you probably saw me get most excited about was your DJ booth with the green screen behind you for your live shows that you can essentially be performing wherever in the world, in whatever metaverse. Like I would love on a Friday night, especially, man, say like, God forbid, another pandemic or some sort of global disaster happens, and you just throw on your VR headset and I get to watch Steve Aoki with my friends who are in the metaverse and their avatars that are next to me, and we're just playing. And so the Aokiverse launched. You announced it today?
Yeah, so the public sale just happened.
Okay.
We did, like, a few days ago, we had allow lists for NFT holders of various communities that supported us, like Doodles and Oni Force, Janksy Squad, Adam Bomb Squad, a bunch of different communities. And now it's public. And what we're launching is, once you get in, you buy these credits that will burn into a passport. And the passport is what's exciting. So it's like a new dev that grows with you, because you can open up the passport and you have like stamps of like, oh, I was at 15 Aoki shows, and those are all stamped in the passport, and they can micro level up into your tiers, and there's different levels of what you can get in your membership.
How do you track who's at your shows? Do you show a QR code at one point on your show and you can scan it and it like is
you can, we're gonna token gate some of these shows.
Okay, sick.
So like that way you go through, once you're in there, then you get your, you know, it's like, the way I look at it is like, I collected all my ticket stubs of all my favorite shows I went to when I was a kid. The flyers. Like now it's like you can have them on chain. And now it's like, you know, like all these shows that I'm talking about, they're legendary. Like when Lady Gaga performed, how cool it'd be to have that. Like I was there and it's on chain. It's forever here. And I was there. Like this is my, you know, participation. So not only that, but like being able to document all that, have it on chain, and have it as like, you know, you can level up to these higher levels where you get different perks, different rewards, different access, free mints, whatnot.
What was the size of the mint?
So we did 25,000 credits.
Okay.
And there's, and then you, like, you know, obviously there's like, we level them up by 4. So first level is one credit. Then it's the second level is 4 credits. The third level is 16. The next level is 64, and it goes up.
Cool.
And you have obviously like the top tier is like, you got to come to my house. We're going to make a record, and we can actually make a record together and put it out to the world.
You know why? You know why it works is because you're an investor, collector, and NFT strategist yourself. Like you care. You know, you're in the space. You're collecting. I seen a picture of your doodle when I walked in.
Yeah.
And a mutant ape.
And a mutant ape. And I seen a thing you said recently is that you've made more money off NFTs than you have in your past 6 albums.
Yes.
Which is fascinating.
Yeah. It's and it's true. So like in that we haven't even touched NFT music, like music in NFTs.
Yeah.
And like what that will mean for artists and also fans having actual communication with artists, you know, having an potential influence on the music or whatever offering that the artist can do. It's going to be a game changer, and it's going to upend the whole system of how things work right now. It's not going to take away Spotify. It's not going to take away record labels and management. It's not going to take away these things because they're all big parts of this piece. But just like how anything has changed, if you don't, you can't stop what's going to happen. So you might as well like move with it, right?
It's inevitable. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't be a label going, I'm just going to hoard everything and control everything. You're going to have to be like, I have to join them and help amplify the relationships that artists have with their fans.
Back to community. I mean,
exactly.
He said it here.
Democratization.
Yeah,
100%. And that's all it is. And NFTs thrive in that way. And I think when more musicians catch on that this is the inevitable future, and your fans can participate and live and breathe this art with you, even like I'll go as far as to say, yeah, bro, like
share
royalty shares
sure.
on songs for some artists would be crazy.
Yeah,
like
right.
It's such a cool way to be able to pivot, adapt, and
funding, all that stuff.
It makes me happy, man. I get so happy when people ask me, artists ask me questions about NFTs, and they're curious, and even if they don't take that step right away. And I often am meeting with people and just planting seeds in their head,
right?
Because I want to see this space evolve, and we're so close.
I feel like what we're doing with this membership is something that hopefully other artists can take and use as inspiration, because the dev is there. And like, you know, as we're growing, I mean, luckily we work with, to me, the best dev out there. Manifold. They did the Pox pages to poets.
Of course.
Mad Dog Jones. They did, like, they've done so much, you know, out of the box dev in NFTs. And this is definitely something very unique, because it adds so much more than just a membership. There's so much token gating into live shows, into other NFT projects, connecting the interoperable, you know, communities all together. And so much, like, there's so many cool things that we're going to do exclusively, you know, whether it's like merchandise with different NFT projects.
When I saw your studio, which was my personal favorite room in the house thus far that I've seen, I mentioned to you, I was like, you should build this in the metaverse and have this be like a room or a hub, you know. And you mentioned something about Sandbox. Do you plan on integrating and doing an exact replica build out of like some of these real life rooms in your house in Web3?
This whole house is already like, yeah, we've been working on with Sandbox since, you know, for like probably 4 or 5 months.
Sick.
Actually longer, maybe 6 months.
Dude.
on developing this house. I already saw like a rendition this morning, and it's like this house on acid, steroids. It's this house magnified of what you could do in a Sandbox world. So,
that's so sick.
All of the above, you know.
How much land do you have there?
I got a ton of land.
Is it all?
How much you got?
How much land do we have?
What?
Just say it out loud.
What? 16, 14, 4x4. Oh, you got a 4x4.
4x4.
Holy
oh no, that's
shit.
and where is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Where's it by?
6x6. Sorry, 6x6. No,
so
see, I thought you said like
30.
24 by 24. That's a massive area.
It's a lot of land,
Where is
and
it?
just one of those is Aoki's Playhouse.
Got it.
So we're developing all these other areas inside Sandbox, and it's right next to Snoop's. So we have like Snoop's massive spot, and you have like then the Aoki's
Cool
world. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing something there?
I think we're gonna do something with Sandbox. We are. Well, I don't know if we can say. Yeah, we're like finishing up a deal.
Yeah.